Many years ago, I was attempting to start ministry here. People came and advised me. I said that I should not try it. That nobody does ministry here, and he even opens up that you will die, that I will put my life in it. I don't have any reason to doubt it. Do you know why? Even my biological father did ministry here, and I saw what he did to him. I vowed I will never do this ministry. But God told me, if you don't do it, you die. That's why we are here. Yes. As we are moving, I told God, send me to Lagos. My fight with God to allow me in Lagos took 5 years. It took 5 years, going to 6 years, for God to conquer me. Because even elders, including somebody that was close to me, gave me 200,000, around 215. He said I should go to Lagos, that even if I'm not anointed, that I'm hardworking, that there is no way I will not succeed. 200,000. 200,000 as of 2015 would have gotten me at least a small hall. Is it not true? He said if I start and work hard, it will improve. I said thank you. I wanted to leave. Me and my friend those days, I used to go to Lagos to do scouting. In fact, you know, these 24 hours, these prayer meetings we are holding that became 24 hours, I used to take it as what we now call apostolic. The way we do apostolic invasion, that's where we do it. 216, 217, I used to take prayer meetings to cities. I took it to Lagos 2 times. I went there, I was scouting. There were men that I have trained from everywhere. I told them, we are moving to Lagos now. We are moving to Lagos. That's the place. No matter how much I prayed, nothing happened. Finally, I decided I must go. Whatever want to happen, let it happen. After fasting and praying for long, man of God, I carried my bag. I was leaving that, okay, you don't know my old father's house. It was a kitchen line. I was leaving one day. My friend was already waiting for me at work. I want to pick up and go to Lagos. As I wanted to go, I felt a hand touch me on the shoulder like this. It was not hard, but it was firm. I knew God was restricting me. He was not just restricting me, he was blocking me. You know, there is a point where God tells, don't go, don't go. He didn't tell me don't go, he blocked me. I said, what is this? I cried. What I didn't know is that there is a throne in view. There is a throne. There is a throne. When I tell you I cried till my heart broke. I felt there is nothing that can mend my heart anymore. I kept crying. That's how I stayed in the village for many years. There used to be a divisional library just behind here, just close to this place. That's where I used to carry my books and my Bible every day and go there with fasting and prayer. They used to call me a jambite. I finished youth service for many years. They used to call me a jambite because, of course, based on my face and based on everything, I look too young. That's not the kind of thing you answer. The pain of sending me home, they sent me home, was too much that I didn't bother that they were insulting me. There is a young man that saw me years later. He said he was not surprised. Every day I will stay inside. I study more than jambites that have exam in 2 weeks time, with fasting, with prayer. After some times I pastor the church. I will leave from there with fasting, go and pastor in that church, go back. I kept doing it. I didn't know that. I know that God called me, but I've lost hope. My heart was broken. I was crushed. I was on the ground. There was no hope. There was nothing. But there was a throne in view. When I finished, after some time, I asked God, okay, now that I'm coming back, can you allow me to stop at Enugu? I actually stopped at Enugu. 2018, that's where we are. I started discipling people. A few of them, we will go to mountain, Ifa Valley Mountain, disciple people. Sometimes in my hotel room, sometimes in some places we disciple people. But that any good discipleship did not waste, because that's where I discipled out my wife. Can you clap for Jesus? Yes, it was that discipleship that gave birth to my. That's where the thing happened, and not that. If you like, don't start discipleship. No wife for you. Many times the person you want to marry is hovering around. He's around your circle. It becomes easier. Let me say this thing. That's not where I'm going, but you need to hear it. Stop looking for what will kill you. All these people walking like this, that's death. That's the way of death. All those young ladies that are sashaying up and down, that's the way of death. It's not the way of life. Those days, anytime I hear a man of God preach this kind of message, I get a little offended with the man. I will bring my argument. Does it mean that God doesn't like good things? Does it mean that, what does these people mean? Does it mean I can know God within my spirit? I can. Sometimes when I grew more, seems as if some people are laughing at me, telling me, look at this mumu boy. Don't go and spoil your destiny and come back and tell God, help me. Let me say this final one and I end. I won't talk about this again. Or I think so. Let me tell you, sister, brother, there is a way you marry now. If your calling has ended, it's true. Is that serious? Forget it. There is nothing you can do about it. That's why instead of you to miss it, don't marry at all. But if you get it, you will know. This is the way your calling will move. Boom, 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 to another level. Things will open. They asked somebody, why do you want to marry? He said, I need somebody to cook for me. You will miss it in destiny. That I'm now too single, that look at me now, I came back, it's bread that I'm eating. What should you eat before? If you don't want to eat this young man, what you are looking for, you will find it. Oh, better find God now. You are saying now, what that I came, look at me, I came back from administration, is bread that I ate. What should you eat before? If you want to eat something else, is it not to cook? So the reason why you married is for somebody to now be cooking for you. Remember, it's apple that brought down Adam. They will give you food, I'm telling you. Huh? And they are going to find you if you have not tamed this thing. Put your hand here, put your hand here. All the brothers in campus, if you know them, all the brothers in campus that gave themselves to fellowship, none of them survived it. If you survive it, is by mercy. Sorry, let me explain what is fellowship to you for people that don't know. Fellowship is the ministry of sisters' food flags. Nobody survives it. Even if it finally fell on a good note for you, it's possible that you ate your wife's own and that's why you married. But once you eat, you keep eating. One day, a sister sowed a seed for me. I wanted to take it. The Urim and Turim within me checked it. I didn't hear a voice, he checked it. I said, something is wrong. And I prayed, Lord, what is it? They told me this money is coming from an altar. You, they sow seed to you, you collect, use it and buy things. You won't know that they say, if he collect it, let him be seeing nothing but me. I say it happened to, let me leave that story. But if it happened to me, the former eunuch. Who are you now, Ifeanyi? Who are you? I'm a repented eunuch. I remember many years ago, Chibike was a eunuch. Until I asked him this year, he has repented already. If you are with me so far, say amen. I came down to talk. I told God, we are now in Anambra State. I knelt down and said, praise God. A voice told me, look at you. When I came down to Nnewi, it was with disappointment. They told me that direct sons of our SGLT were in this land, and still they couldn't raise their head. The people that want to raise their head, Satan will not allow it to happen. If Satan did not allow it, their fellow brothers will not allow it. They will quench it, kill it, it dies. So the man warned me, but God told me. I came back. After many years of wrestling with God, 6 good years of fighting with God, I came back. I told God I don't want to do anything. In fact, I don't want it to work. So I was casually doing what I was doing. We will come on Tuesday, pray, do Bible study. Wednesday, pray, do Bible study. You were there now. You were there. You know what I'm saying. You were not there. They took you away. You have to be revived by the hand of God. It was me, Victor, God's love, my sisters, and then one sister. Aside the people that is, we kept doing it. Kept doing it. After some months, God told us to hold sonship conference. From the first sonship conference till now, we have always had an overflow, no matter the hall. From the first till now. The one of 2020 was held the same day that NSAS started. Beside my house, in fact, close, we were staying in the center. Where we use for bed tanks is the worst place you can use for fellowship, because it's the market. Once it's 5, people go home. 6, they go home. Everywhere is dry. They were shooting behind my house. Guns, not ta. I entered vehicle with Chuka. We came to the hall and started program. And they were shooting outside. People called us, said that still we had an overflow. We put tent on the ground. Is it not true? Imagine if I did not obey God. There are thrones I would have missed. I pray for you that God will extend to you the covenant of his mercy. Listen, this is how the covenant of mercy works sometimes. I keep saying it. It doesn't just revive you after mistakes. It somehow prevents you from making mistakes that will be costly to your destiny. I tell you.